You're not ready for this. What I'm about to reveal will destroy every comfortable lie you tell yourself about why she left, why she lost interest, why she chose him over you. This isn't motivation. This is brutal reality you've been avoiding your entire life. Machiavelli documented something savage about power. The men women fear losing aren't the nicest, the richest, or the best looking. They're the men who weaponized scarcity so effectively that their absence creates genuine panic. Once you see this strategy, you can't go back to begging for scraps of attention like you've been doing. Last warning, this will gut your ego before it rebuilds you into something she actually fears losing. Still here, let's expose what you've been doing wrong. The foundation, you're completely replaceable right now. You're disposable. Not because you're worthless, because you made yourself abundant, available, predictable. You text back instantly. You're always free when she wants attention. You rearrange your life around her schedule. You trained her that losing you costs nothing. Machiavelli watched subjects fear unpredictable rulers far more than generous ones. Generosity gets taken for granted. Scarcity creates terror. You've been the generous fool wondering why she's not scared to lose you. Women don't fear losing what they can always access. They fear losing what's difficult to reach. What other women want. What might vanish if they don't act fast. You positioned yourself as the easy option, the backup plan, the sure thing. That's why she'll never fear losing you. Think about the last girl who left. Was she panicked, crying, begging to make it work? No. She calmly said it wasn't working, stayed friends, replaced you in 2 weeks. Zero fear. Now think about the last woman you couldn't get over. You were terrified, constantly trying to keep her interested, feeling panic when she went cold. That terror you felt, that's what you need her experiencing about you, but reversed. The shift isn't about becoming richer or better looking. It's about restructuring how you exist in her world. Scarcity creates fear. Availability destroys it. You've been abundantly available. That's why you're forgettable. Pattern 1. Strategic scarcity through real priorities. Most guys think scarcity means ignoring texts and pretending to be busy. She sees through that in seconds. Real scarcity comes from genuinely having priorities more important than her validation. Your life exists whether she's in it or not. She's competing for your time against things that actually matter. You need mission, purpose, goals consuming your attention regardless of her involvement. Not hobbies you fake for her benefit. Real priorities you'd chase if she vanished tomorrow. Business. Training. Skill development. Things demanding serious time. When she texts and you respond for hours later because you were genuinely locked in on work, that's real scarcity. When she wants Friday and you're unavailable because you committed to training, that's real scarcity. When other areas of your life take precedence over her availability, fear of loss develops. Watch what happens next. Guys dating a girl used to him being free whenever. He starts a business requiring nights and weekends, suddenly unavailable Thursday through Sunday. Not playing games, genuinely working. She notices other women in his network getting his time. Her texts triple. Her availability expands. She starts planning around his schedule instead of expecting him to bend. The scarcity isn't about reducing time to make her chase. It's about having a life so demanding that time with you becomes scarce by default. She's not getting attention because she exists. She's competing for it against priorities that matter whether she's around or not. Most guys resist this because they think relationships require constant availability. That's exactly why they're replaceable. The man she fears losing has time that's genuinely difficult to access. Because he's building something that doesn't need female approval to justify itself. Pattern 2. Outcome independence that triggers panic. Outcome independence means you genuinely don't need any specific outcome from her. She can stay, leave, choose someone else, ghost, whatever. Your trajectory doesn't change based on her decisions. That non-neediness terrifies her because she realizes her power over you is limited, and women fear powerlessness. Most guys are outcome dependent without knowing it. They need her to text back fast to feel validated, need her to agree to dates to feel wanted, need her to choose them to feel secure. That neediness screams she's more important to you than you are to her. She'll never fear losing someone who needs her more. Watch your behavior with brutal honesty. When she doesn't text back, does your mood crash? When she's less available, does anxiety surface? When she mentions other guys, does jealousy kick in? Those reactions prove outcome dependence. Your emotional state relies on her behavior. She knows it. That's why she's not scared. Outcome independence requires real abundance, not fake confidence. Real internal security, knowing you'll thrive regardless of what she chooses. That security comes from multiple life areas, providing fulfillment, other women showing interest, purpose beyond romantic validation. Guys dating a girl who starts pulling back. Less texts, less availability, less interest. Instead of panicking and chasing harder, he refocuses on business, goes out more with friends, matches with other women. Not to make her jealous, because he's genuinely fine either way. She notices his energy didn't shift when hers did. That non-reaction triggers terror she's losing someone who won't chase. Watch her come back. Women test for neediness constantly. They pull back to see if you panic. Mention other guys to check for jealousy. Cancel plans to see if you get upset. Every test checks whether losing them would destroy you. If it would, they stop fearing you because you need them more. The man she fears losing passes tests by genuinely not needing to pass them. His outcome independence isn't performance. It's reality. That reality is terrifying. Pattern 3. Strategic absence after valuable presence. Absence only works if your presence was valuable first. Most guys are constantly available, so their absence means nothing. You need valuable presence establishing your worth, then genuine withdrawal because life demands your attention elsewhere. The contrast creates panic. Valuable presence means when you're together, you're fully engaged, creating memorable experiences, not checking your phone, not existing passively. Fully present, emotionally engaged, making moments she'll remember when you're gone. That presence establishes value. Then you withdraw, not to manipulate, because your life genuinely demands more. She goes from seeing you 3 times weekly to once, from daily texts to sporadic contact, from constant attention to divided focus. The contrast between what she had and what she's losing triggers fear. Guy establishes pattern of seeing her multiple times weekly, always engaged and present during dates. then takes on major project requiring travel and long hours, availability drops hard. She's going from regular access to fighting for scraps of his time. That contrast between valuable presence and genuine scarcity makes her realize what she's losing. Panic sets in. The absence isn't about making her miss you. It's about making her realize she took valuable presence for granted. When your presence was constant, she adapted. When it becomes scarce, she calculates what permanent loss would cost. That calculation triggers fear. Most guys do the opposite. Barely present when together, constantly available when apart. Low-value presence plus constant availability. That guarantees she'll never fear losing you because you're offering nothing worth keeping. High-value presence plus genuine scarcity triggers fear of permanent loss. Pattern 4. Demonstrated options that create competition. Women fear losing men other women want. Not because they're shallow, because social proof validates value in ways words never could. If other women actively compete for your attention, she realizes losing you means immediate replacement by women she's competing against. That creates urgency. This isn't manufactured jealousy. It's naturally visible options from being high value. Female friends texting you, women at your gym knowing your name, co-workers laughing at your jokes, matches on apps. These aren't threats you create. They're natural byproducts of being attractive and socially calibrated. When she sees other women responding positively to you, her brain recalculates your value. You're not just the guy she's dating. You're the guy other women want. Losing you has real cost because those women will gladly take her place. Cost calculation triggers fear. Guys at bar with the girl he's seeing. To separate women approach him during the night. He's friendly but not pursuing. She watches other women actively trying to capture his attention. Drive home. She's more physically affectionate, more verbally affirming, more sexually available than usual. Fear of loss activated by watching competition materialize. Most guys hide options thinking it shows loyalty. Dead wrong. Demonstrated options show value. Hiding them shows insecurity. The man she fears losing has obvious options, but chooses her anyway, making her feel chosen, not default. That distinction matters. You don't fake options. You build yourself into someone women naturally respond to. Physical fitness, social calibration, financial stability, interesting lifestyle. Style and grooming. These attract female attention organically. That attention becomes visible in daily life. She sees it constantly. Visibility triggers fear she's competing for someone others want. Pattern 5. Emotional self-sufficiency that's deeply unsettling. Women fear losing men who don't need them for emotional validation, happiness, or satisfaction. Emotional self-sufficiency signals you're complete without her. She's optional, not necessary. Optional status triggers fear because she realizes leverage is limited. And without leverage, she has no control. Most guys outsource emotional management to women. Need female validation to feel good. Need relationship status to feel complete. Need her approval to make decisions. That emotional dependence makes them controllable and impossible to fear losing. Obviously more invested. Emotional self-sufficiency means deriving happiness from internal sources and achievements unrelated to her opinion. Your mood doesn't shift based on her behavior. Confidence doesn't require her compliments. Decisions don't need her approval. You're complete, with or without her involvement. Guy has great day, crushed work, hit PR at gym, quality time with friends, feels fulfilled. She texts something passive-aggressive, testing his reaction. Instead of absorbing her mood and getting defensive, he responds calmly and continues his evening unbothered. She calls later apologizing. His emotional independence showed her mood manipulation doesn't work. Fear she's losing someone she can't control kicks in hard. Women manipulate men through approval and disapproval constantly. Withdraw approval. Watch him chase. Show disapproval. Watch him adjust. That emotional dependence gives control. When you're emoji owner,